Good afternoon from London. It's a bit of a dull afternoon here in London, but it's February now. And a hello to all dear comrades, friends, and supporters from me, Dr. Dermot Hudson, the chairman of the British Group for the Study of the Juche Idea, chairman of the Korean Friendship Association of the UK, an official delegate of KFA for the UK, and also president of the Association for the Study of Songun Politics UK, and the owner of this very self-same channel, Songun 007, the militant voice of Songun and Juche in the UK, defending people's Korea and Juche with no ifs or buts. And today I'm going to make a very short video on a very basic and obvious subject: free housing in people's career. And the reason why I'm doing this was I got prompted by a supporter on Twitter to make a video about free housing and to debunk the lies being told by the scumbags at the NKNews gang, who apparently, think about a month ago or a couple of weeks ago, ran another of their scurrilous articles trying to say that housing in people's career is not free. And of course, this is total rubbish, and it's an attempt to diminish the real achievements of people's career and to slander the socialist system in people's career. And housing in people's career is free. This is a fact. But in London, a two-bedroom flat in Zone 4 can the rent for it can be as much as £1,650 per calendar month, and in Zone 1 it can actually be as much as £4,312 per month. And when I was looking at the website, there was even one flat that was on the market for £10,000 rent per month. And of course, if you try to buy a flat, you can easily pay up to £250,000 and then be lumbered with massive service charges to sort of parasitic thieving property management companies. And leasehold in Britain is a real scandal, and when they end it, if they end it, the sooner the better. But anyway, that's a subject. But in this country, Britain, we have a lot of cynics, a lot of doubters, and we also have elements like NKNews, nearly called it Nazi news. Now, why would I think a thing like that and call them Nazi news? Maybe it is because they are a bunch of Nazis. Anyway, they carried an article slandering the housing policy of the DPRK and said free housing is a myth. Well, before I sort of laid down the the DPRK's housing policy, I think we need to look at who and what NKNews are. And of course, in my book, The Great Conspiracy Against People's Career, I go into a lot of detail about NKNews. I would recommend people reading the book. But basically, this is not a so-called independent website. This is an adjunct of the mainstream media, and many of its journalists have worked on the mainstream media or are connected with the mainstream media in one way or another. In fact, the auntie of the founder and CEO of NKNews is actually a journalist on the dreadful Liberal Guardian. Uh, but NK News is far more sinister than that. It's actually a CIA disinformation unit set up by the CIA to create fake news about people's career, denigrating people's career and its achievements. And the idea is to give a sort of fig leaf of a so-called independent body, uh, providing expertise on career. But in fact, it's anything but independent. You can check it out for yourself. It actually receives funding from the US Department of Defense and the US uh, State Department, and its staff are people very closely connected to the CIA. So, I mean, this story is basically deliberate and willful misinformation. In actual fact, housing in people's career is guaranteed by law. And of course, by the socialist system and the independent national economy, and the leadership of the Great Workers' Party of Korea, led by respected Marshal Kim Jong-un. And just to refer to the legislation, the Socialist Labour Law, Articles 68 and 69, state that working people should receive a high level of benefits and their lives should be taken care of the state, and this includes housing. And in 2009, the DPRK law on housing was published, and this law, while stipulating that the state shall provide modern urban and rural houses at its expense and distribute to the people free of charge, clarified the questions related to the people orientated principles to be adhered to in distributing them. The law stipulates that houses should be provided preferentially to heroes, veterans of the Fatherland Liberation War, honoured disabled ex-soldiers, former military officers, teachers, scientists and technicians, meritorious persons, model workers, families with triplets and those with many children. It also prescribes the principles of distributing houses which are provided with cultural conditions for sufficient relaxation to those working in the challenging and labour-consuming sectors. In particular, it mandates that the victims of natural calamities should be provided with houses. And basically, when I've spoken to my guides in the DPRK, they have said to me that housing is free. None of them knew what they actually paid for their houses, so that there was no rent. And in people's career, you will see no homeless on the streets. And the other day I was up in Kentish Town, in Camden Town, really trendy parts of London. But when I came up to Camden Town station, there was a homeless tent with rubbish all strewn around it. You wouldn't see that in people's career. That is a fact. Anyway, so basically, housing in people's career is free, and don't take any notice of the insidious and toxic lies told by NK News, who are professional disinformation agents. Thank you very much for listening to this video and being with us today. If you're not already a subscriber to the channel Songun 007, please consider subscribing to the channel and share content from it as much as possible. And also consider subscribing to our affiliated channel, Korean Friendship Association of the UK. It's also important to support us by uh, coming to our events, both online and offline. We always publish details of those on various social media. We've also got a publishing program. I've written many books, and so have others in our organisation. So check out the link in the description. And you can donate to us in several ways. PayPal is one. You can take out standing orders, but we've got a couple new funding initiatives. Should be some links in the description. And also, I'm considering starting a Songun 007 KFA UK fortnightly or weekly sort of podcasty type thing, live event. So watch out for that. Anyway, folks, have a great day and see you again soon. I'm going to be back to do a video about the anniversary of the foundation of the Korean People's Army. So, cheerio for now.